Alright, hello my friends and welcome back. My name is Sunny and today we're hopping back into Kingdoms and Castles. In the previous episode we dealt with our very first dragon invasion. It wasn't really anything, it just kind of came in and inspected stuff and then left. We also dealt with another Viking invasion, which we were unfortunately unsuccessful at defending. We're about to get another dragon attack and we got our Chamber of War finished here, so we can start building some ballistas. So we're gonna go ahead and do that real quick. We're gonna pop down 2 on these. Just kidding, we're out of wood. Well, that sucks, but that's okay because we've still got some. Well, actually it's about to show up, like right meow is about to come get us, but that's okay. It's not too big of a deal. We also finished our first manor. As you can see, it's gorgeous. It looks very nice. And we're chugging along here. We're doing pretty good. So, hopefully this ballista is going to be finished by the time the dragon gets over here. Though, it would appear that that is not the case. And I don't think that even turning these on would actually be able to kill him, but I could open it. Wonder if it takes any time for people to show up in there. Let's just see. Just kidding. Just kidding. He got out of there in a hurry. So we've got a huge fire claiming all of our stuff here. Let's just wait for it to all go out, and then we'll rebuild whatever it destroys. Of course, there's also a hovel catching fire. Fantastic. Okay. Come on, guys. Put the fire out. What are you doing? Oh, somebody died, so now we need the cemetery caretaker on. It's literally burning down all the farms. But why? No, dude. Okay, well, at least it's over now. Oh god. Okay. So, yeah, the dragon attack, and apparently there's also a plague. Everything is just going awry. This is shaping up to be a very interesting episode already. Yeah, we've got a ballista. It just, it took a minute. Turn it off for now. We now know that we have to, ahead of time, turn all this stuff on because it is not instantaneous. Like, we're gonna have to turn it on here in a second when this Viking attack comes, which should be soon. Very soon. Okay, so I said in the previous episode that we would get our next forester set up, and I meant it. We will do it. I hope. Maybe. If we can get enough wood to do so. Unfortunately, it costs a decent amount of wood to rebuild every single farm that was over here. But I think we're okay. Why is everything catching on fire? Is that more... maybe that's more common. Hey, we are a burgeoning town. Very nice. Let's go Summerhold. I don't really understand this whole, like, this thing here. Like, why are we constantly catching on fire? We just had this cottage set on fire, like, moments ago. I don't know. It'll be alright. Not a big deal. It's kind of a big deal, but it doesn't matter too much. Let's, we have a ton of stone and a decent amount of money. Let's get a couple of cemeteries set up. Just to start things off here. Just like that. And then we have 2 more spaces for some more if we need it. We're currently just waiting on some more wood so that we can build our next ballista, which requires 35, and we are sitting at 16. Might take a few minutes, but we will get there eventually. So yeah, that looks pretty nice. Graveyard right next to the church. Seems pretty realistic. I don't mind this. It looks pretty nice. Alright. Vikings are invading. Turn our stuff on. 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 And on. Now let's also make sure that we have military. Everybody's good. We've got operators. We're going. These Vikings will not survive. We will hopefully be successful in our defense against this Viking raid. Although, maybe not. Sorry, my voice is cracking a little bit here. Maybe we won't be. They're coming in at an interesting angle. Although, we should get them with this tower and this ballista as they come in. Assuming that they don't path down this direction. Then we might only hit them with the tower. In which case, we probably... The ballista did, like, nothing. That was, like, tickle damage. Why are we tickling the Vikings? Tickle fight? Okay, here we go. Archers and the ballistas. Where are they going? Over here to these archers. Okay, we might actually kill these guys, maybe? Like, that's a pretty significant chunk of damage. And they're going to path right back into this archer. Who should do a pretty... Yeah, we got him. Nice. Killed our first Viking. It's only episode 3 and we killed our first Viking. Look at us go. So, of course, now these guys are homeless. Because their house burned down. That's okay. And the house right next to it is now burning. What is happening? Why is this a thing? Please stop it. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I kind of wish that once you killed the Vikings, the ship, like, I kind of get it. You can kill the ship. But the music should go away because there's nothing attacking us anymore. The ship does not attack us. Maybe in the future, these are little things that could be changed. I mean, that's not really, and that's only if, like, other people want them changed as well. It makes sense to me that if once you finish, like, there should be some kind of music. You kill the Vikings, you've succeeded. Give me a little jingle. Ta-da! You did it. You killed the Vikings. And then the boat scurries away. And the menacing attacking music stops. Well, that's just me. That's just me. I wonder if it's better... It's probably better to save up for another manor as opposed to building another ballista. Increasing our overall capacity. If you heard that, that was the puppy sneezing. He just had his supper. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. I'm not too sure, honestly, what I want to do. The fishing hut's probably not really doing much of anything. Like, I don't even know if the... Yeah, so I'm going to kind of assume too far away. What do you mean you're none available? I'm so confused. Are these people mental? Like, there's plenty of food. Oh, we have no grain, actually. I guess there's not plenty of food. Just kidding. Okay, so let's, I wanted to build another manor. So I'm gonna save up, and we're gonna do that, and I'm probably gonna plop it down right here. I think. Or we can start moving this direction. Actually, let's do that. Let's start moving in this direction. So the manor being right next to the stone quarry is not a good idea. Generally. Okay. So let's back it up a second. I know one of our issues. And one of our issues is that we're not producing enough wood. So now let's go ahead and build a forester over here. The reason we hadn't done that yet is because we required a road, but we can do that real quick. Just do this, and we're going to need to come over here for this iron anyway, so we might as well go ahead and get a road. Let's grab ourselves our forester, and let's plop him down right here. I think they might overlap a little bit. Let's try and figure this out. I really wish I could pin this. This is another quality of, and maybe you can, but I'm not seeing a way to do it. This would be a quality of life change that would be very nice if you could pin the current building's area of effect and then click on another building, like this one for instance, to see if the radiuses overlap. That's something, and yes, that is something that is in Banished. However, that is a very nice quality of life function that I think would add a lot of, would be nice to have here. Like if you could click this, right, and you could pin this tavern and then come in here, as soon as I click on this, it's going to disappear. So now I've got to re-click it. Hold on. What? Now it's not even showing me the radius of the tavern? Question mark. Okay, there's the radius of that. Okay, so it's just the functionality is weird. If I click here, but I already have it hovered, and then I click off of it, and then I re-click it. Okay, it worked that time. Odd. I don't know why it didn't before. Anyway, as I was saying, it would be nice to be able to pin that so that whenever I click away, it still shows me the radius of that tavern. I think that that would be handy. Just in general. Yeah. The advisors are not super useful. I mean, they're kind of useful, but they're not, like... Yeah, they're not... They would be useful for a new player. Somebody just starting out. Which I think is the intention. Okay. I'm just going to extend this road for now. And build probably a manor right here. I haven't quite decided how it is that I'm going to get our little district set up over here, but this is going to be a housing district. It's not going to be the housing district because I'd probably end up putting another one down here. Maybe one across a bridge to over here somewhere. That could be something that we could do. Assuming that we can even cross this gap here. It's a little finicky, and that's something that kind of bothers me. Bridge. Oh, okay. So you can cross it. Yeah, I don't really... That's another thing that kind of bothers me, is I don't understand why, especially in something like this. Like, this is a small lake, right? Or what you would assume is like a small lake. Why is this so deep that I can't build in it? That doesn't really make a lot of sense. I would like to be able to build in there. Maybe, I mean, maybe not really. Maybe I don't particularly want to right now, but what if I wanted to build some nifty looking dock thing, but I can't because the pier won't go in here. Yeah, I don't know. There are some little things that I think might need to be changed. If they were changed, then we could play around with them and decide whether or not we like them. And then it could be tweaked even further. But unfortunately, there hasn't been a whole lot of like updates to the game in a long time. And that's something that's kind of like unfortunate. I mean, I think the last big update that we got added the swine herd, and it's just not. I understand it's an indie developer and it's very like their resources are limited and their manpower is limited. However, little updates, consistent little updates would be nice. That's all I'm saying. If the developers are listening, it would be appreciated. I know you guys are working on big stuff. Like I saw I talked about it in the first episode, but there is like a whole new extra kingdoms thing being worked on, and with a new happiness building, a jousting arena, that kind of thing. And that's interesting. Like that's pretty cool. But I think that the base game can still be expanded on, or like the base mechanics can still be like tweaked and expanded on to make it feel a little bit better. And I feel like those are changes that wouldn't require a ton of work. Anyways, enough rambling. Let's build something here, shall we? We got our manor built, and we have enough money. No, we don't have enough money. We have almost enough money to build another one. I don't know if we need to do that, but we could. I suppose we should. I could also just build a cottage right here. That's not a bad spot. As long as I put the door facing outward, right? So we've got this little gap here that's doing literally nothing. I actually kind of think that looks nice, having that little gap. Could imagine it's like an alleyway. What I would like is some markets and stuff, but that's not until like way later. I can start building small markets, but it's definitely not necessary. We probably should be saving up for a library. A library would help with our general happiness. We are actually producing some fish, which is nice. The growing more food than we can store. I see. So this is full is what you're saying? This is actually empty? What? Okay, I'm a little confused. Let's just, like... I don't know why we're not producing any wheat. But we aren't producing any at all. I think something maybe got messed up. Oh, okay. Maybe not. Okay, it all just produced at once. Oh, I guess that's kind of how wheat works, right? Okay, so if that's the case, maybe we should build another granary. Unless it's talking about this. Oh, it's talking about the orchard. Okay. See, I would like it if it told me which food specifically we are producing too much of. Don't have the storage for. That's okay. We figured it out. Let's also maybe come in here. I could place another granary. I mean, how full is this now that it's not at all? Or we still have 0. Do we just need... I guess we just need more, right? Let's just get some more wheat farms set up, I guess. That's all I can really think to do, because otherwise it's kind of like not really why are we producing no wheat? I guess I could build a couple of windmills here. That would increase the production. How much money do they I guess they require 10 or 15? 15. Okay, let's go ahead and plop one down. We'll see how much that increases our wheat production. It's probably, I don't know if it's more efficient to just build a windmill on our already existing farms, or if it's better to just build more farms to start with. I suppose we will find out. Let's see, these guys are producing 6 per year, right? And you are producing, well, right now you're producing 6. You're actually producing 5. Probably because you're on a lower fertility. Yeah, medium soil fertility, master workers, and chance of flooding and heavy rain. Base output is 4. Okay, so because of the medium soil fertility and the master workers, they're producing 6. I see. I get it. So all of this is basically the same. What about this one that was 5? Okay, it doesn't have a master worker. Okay, makes sense. So really what we kind of need to do here is once this gets constructed, this is a total of 8 farms, right? So this cycle of 8, or this group of 8 farms is, we'll go with an average, and we'll say 40. It's producing 40 wheat per year. It's a little bit more than that, but not by a lot. So once this windmill is constructed, we'll then go ahead and say, well, this windmill increased the production from 40 to X amount. That X amount will tell us whether or not it's more efficient to spend, this cost 3 wood, so building 8 more farms for whatever 8 times 3 is, 24. For 24 wood is more or less, or is better. Hold on. If building 8 more farms for 24 wood is better than building a windmill that costs 25 wood, 35 stone, and 15 gold. So, alright, now we've got a windmill. It does have a worker, so it is working. Now this is producing 9 per year. So in building this, it increased by 3. So 3 times 8 is 24. Wow, that's kind of sad, actually. Okay, so it is not, early on, it is not efficient to create windmills. Not even a little bit. Because we're spending 24 wood here for, I guess, okay, you have to look at it this way. In creating all of these farms, we just created 8 more jobs. So if you have idle people that can fill those 8 jobs, then it's more worth it to build the farms as opposed to building the windmill. However, the windmill only takes 2 people to work it, and it increases the productivity of pre-existing jobs. So there is a little bit of a balance there where you don't have to just make more farms and make more jobs. You can instead make windmills that produces less overall. It also requires less space, and it also requires less workers. So it's not a bad option. But I would say that when you're starting out, it is better to create more farms as opposed to create windmills. That is my consensus. In case you were wondering. So I'm a little sad because we're not going to be able to build our farms out here. I'm pretty sure. Like, this is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is going to get in the way. So what we're probably going to do is stagger it. So if I bring it, so if I start here and I go over 1, right? And I go 1, 2, 3, then I can surround this. I can place a road down the center here. And then we can also go, so there's the, yeah, that'll be good. And then we'll just have to get rid of these wolves here at some point. All right, well, I did a lot of talking in this episode and not a whole lot of building. Hopefully you guys don't mind. I was just kind of talking about the overall efficiencies of the farms and also kind of planning out what we're going to do next. But I am going to go ahead and cut the episode off right here. If you've enjoyed it, please be sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe for some more Kingdoms and Castles content. Catch all the episodes right here on the channel Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 a.m. PT. There's a link to our Discord channel down in the description below. Be sure to check that out if you're interested. You can go over there, vote on games that I might play, or rather vote on games that I will play. I'll leave a list. I think I've come to the conclusion that I am going to go ahead and make a list of like 5 games and allow you guys to vote on them and decide what shows up here on the channel. Alright, with all that being said, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Tune in next week on Monday for the Dragon Attack and Viking Attack, as you can see is about to happen up on the screen right meow. You know, before we actually leave off, I'm gonna plop this ballista tower down. See, look at that. I built something. Alright, anyways, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next episode.